Hello Leo, welcome to your second reading for February 2026. And as always, it's going to be general, so please take what resonates and leave the rest. And it's welcoming the archangels, ascended masters, light beings, spirit guides, any animal spirit guides, ancestral guides, or dragon guides that you might be helping you out this time. Always grateful for their assistance as they help us a lot over the years with their love and support. So let's see here, Leo, okay, well, that was the star, but we'll just, hang on a minute, I'm kind of wanting something to jump here for you. Right, we'll see what an energy you might be feeling into at the moment. Okay, let's grab this one. Ace of Cups and the Six of Swords. So hopefully you can see that with the reflection. So Ace of Cups, something spiritual. I think maybe you're moving towards this. I think there's something that's in your radar now, Leo, that's sort of drawing you. It might be something to do with a soul purpose, a soul mission, something that's really going to feel like in spiritual, creative, and intuitive alignment for you. I think you're moving towards it. Or you've identified it and you're like, I might need to move towards that. And in terms of underlying themes, Ace of Wands. So there's a new creative force that is sort of bubbling up within you that's wanting to sort of express itself. Okay. Let's grab just one more card to go with that. Oh, the Tower. Okay. So maybe there's going to be an insight, or maybe you've already kind of experienced this. This can be like a sudden realization, or it could be an external event that prompts you into a new beginning, or into a new level of creativity, or action, some passionate action. This can also be like coming down to earth, and maybe something's changed on the relationship front and you are kind of feeling like you're at the start of something new, or maybe there's someone that's come into your radar that's really kind of drawn your attention and you're feeling quite, strongly towards this other person. Well, that could be that's talking about there. But it's also kind of, there's inspiration happening at the same time. Okay, so you're feeling really inspired and aligned as well. Let's see what else has happened recently. That can also be talking about, your higher self is moving you towards a change of sorts. Maybe you're coming down to earth of something, or a reality check on something, possibly. Page of Cups. Recently you have tuned into your emotions and you are kind of wanting to put them more front and center. So you're wanting to make your emotional life more of a priority than it has been. And here we have the Queen of Swords. And you're doing this with also applying logic and reason to the situation, okay, but as well as compassion. So I think you've made some decisions recently here, Leo, that I guess you've made decisions in favour of your emotional well-being, okay. Queen of Swords, you're using your intelligence as well here, Leo. So let's see what else is coming out. We're going to just look at something you are hoping for, or some future hopes. 9 of Swords. Let's see what's coming out with that. The Queen of Wands. Okay, so second Queen energy here. So I think what you're hoping for here is that whatever's been stressing you out, Leo, I think you're really hoping to move away from that energy, to not feel like you're at the mercy of it, Okay, maybe you're really you're hoping to create some really strong boundaries for yourself. Queen of Wands is that energy of doing your thing. Okay, so doing your thing. Okay, and maybe there have been other stresses that are coming in on top of that, but I think you're really hoping to, put this to rest and just, boom, do your thing here. Interesting that that is a fire sign as well, that Queen of Wands. Sorry, you are a fire sign and that is a fire energy card, okay? So you have a very strong desire to move forward on something here, and there's a lot of new, fresh potential energy that's, really, I guess, on your side with that idea, okay? Possible outcomes and challenges. We'll look at the outcomes first for you, Leo. Outcomes. Wow, the Tower again. So there's either some insights coming in. Oh, here we have the Devil. So I think also what's going to happen is you're going to realize the things that have been holding you back here. You're going to realize those attachments to things that haven't been helping you. And it's not, yeah. So, and sometimes we need to take time to address those things. But I think what this is saying is that you're going to have an insight about that. Okay, that's the first step. The first step is awareness, right? So, it's not to get too panicky about these Tower cards, okay? It's like it can be something that comes into your awareness and you're like, oh, now I see. Okay, but I think it has to do with, you're going to be aware of attachments. And it's not just necessarily attachments to other people. Let's start that phrase again. It could be attachments to relationships that are not serving. It might be an attachment to a job role that's not fulfilling at all for you. It might be attachment to perhaps a particular belief about yourself that hasn't been helpful. It might be, attachment to doing things the way that they've always been done, when you kind of feel in your gut that there's something that's about that's not right for you. Okay, and you're going to have a stronger level of awareness about that. Challenges. Let's see. Okay. Six of Swords. So it's interesting. It started with the Six of Sword energy. So, and given this Tower and all this awareness about things that maybe you feel that need some work, or that, sometimes the Devil energy is that Capricorn. So it might be an awareness of the amount of some degree of work that you feel you need to move into. And maybe it has to do with this, new creativity and a new, passionate beginning. Maybe you're going to be realizing how much work is going to be involved. And, this could pose a challenge, which is moving forwards into creativity. So we're going to get some spirit guidance in a minute on how you could look at addressing that. These cards are in the position of your challenge. So we have the Six of Swords, which is moving into harmony, and Three of Pentacles moving into creative action. But it's saying, the reading suggesting that you may have some, there may be things getting in the way of that, either internal or external. Let's just get some spirit guidance. So we've got the dragons to help you today, Leo. So here we have the Ace of Cups. So one of the things that's going to help you to move past that, move past any resistance or difficulty of you going into your creative, peaceful, harmonious space activity, whatever that is this Ace of Cups. So this is about, once again, this card also came out in the reading. So Spirit's saying to remember the inspiration and the spirit connection that you felt, okay, and to make that a priority, create a ritual around that, interesting thing is, this dragon has a cup there. So, maybe you do something, this is just dropping in as a complete suggestion. Maybe if you have a cup of tea or coffee in the morning, make that a ritual and do it with mindfulness and with the intent to connect with your spirit guides or with your own higher self, or both, as you do that. So it might be about Spirit saying, possibly to ritualize, but to remember, to remind yourself of that this is always available to you, this source connection. It's a really massive well of creativity, intuition, spirituality, and source connection. Okay, and I think because that's in the energy of what you're feeling into at the moment, you have an awareness of that. So Spirit's saying keep trusting that awareness of it. Okay, let's see. We're going to grab 2 more cards for your spirit guidance, and the 3 of Cups. Yep, it's very strongly flipped out for you, Leo. 3 of Cups, joy. So once again, doing Spirit saying, you know, in order to break down this resistance, which could be coming from outside of you or within you, is to move into joy, because more often than not, this is going to be allowing you to experience joy. Okay. As is the Ace of Wands, which is wanting to come forward for you, that energy of that spark of inspiration and creativity. Joy, move into doing what brings you joy, okay? That's really nice spirit guidance for anyone, actually. Particularly in these times, there's a lot of stuff going on that's maybe unjoyous, so we need to kind of remedy that, don't we? Here we go, Leo. Let's grab another card for you. Okay, that's coming out, isn't it? And it is none other than the Sire of Wands, which I think is the King of Wands. And this is you moving into empowerment. Okay, Leo, this is like a really strong energy for you. Fire, a dragon guide. And I was just doing some reflection earlier, some meditation, and there's a chap, and you might like to tune into him. I think the channel on YouTube is called My Rising Rose. And the chap that channels the dragons there is Jack Morrigan. So, and there's a dragon that he channels called Veer, that is a red dragon, and it's to do with the base chakra. And that could be really helpful for you, because this red dragon has come through really strongly for you, Leo, in your spirit guidance. So if you would like to just view that channel and just look at some of the videos there on, you know, Veer, red dragon, yeah, it could be really helpful. Now we're going to look at the bottoms of the decks, and here we have the 10 of Wands. Okay, so this is, yeah, things could be feeling overwhelming, and maybe there at times you're going to feel, you know, that it's quite difficult to move into your spiritual creative energy. But if you can really tap into these, I think the dragon guides are really going to help you out with that. King of Pentacles, so this is abundance, and, you know, earth connection. And sometimes, yeah, when we're dealing with attachments and things like that, and this 9 of Swords energy, okay, it can take us out of our center. Okay, so it takes us up into excess thinking, excess mind chatter, and excess stress and that type of thing. And what we need to do is ground to help that. So this is, you know, a really earthing, grounding energy. So going out in nature, Leo. Okay. You also have the 5 of Swords. So yeah, this could be your, you know, your ego coming up to challenge your higher self and say, you know, you don't want to do that, yada, yada. So, you know, some of these challenges could be internal that you're going to experience, and that's going to be quite common for many of us, because we're not accustomed to, you know, listening to the voice of our soul. You know, this is something that's going to be new for many of us. And it's a matter of, I think, you know, just recently you've become aware of that. This is like you sort of contemplating your soul energy, okay? But it's just about Spirit saying, you know, keep trusting that, keep trusting your Ace of Cups, okay? And here we have the Queen of Wands, again, doubled in your reading, also fire again. But once, I really loved that we finished on this for you, Leo, because it's really that energy of you stepping into, I need to do this thing, whatever that is. And, you know, I always like to say no F's given for the Queen of Wands, but, you know, she's driven, also really good at business, creativity, okay, and doing it with passion. You've got this doubled up in your reading, which is means that it's important for you, Leo. So tuning into your feminine aspect that's also active and passionate about what you're doing. But these aces are really strong too. Okay, that's what you're doing at the moment, and the force is coming through for your higher self. So I feel that this is a really positive reading for you, Leo. You know, despite there could be some challenges for you, but I feel that there's a lot of strength and you have a lot of guidance here and support with your spirit team to help you to move forward. So really, I wish you well with that, and yeah, keep up the good work. Okay, so have a great day and an awesome, fantastic week, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.